All right, let's go. We have to go back to training in 1 hour. So we're going to do a Manitoum's hour. See how much money we can make. We're in phase 2. And the farm is still really good. Haven't gotten too many gems. Yesterday we didn't get many. I think we got a night's eye. I think that was it in like 2 hours of farming. So not a great day for gems yesterday. Let's see if we can improve on that. We are full death mantle with the beautiful amulet of bitter hatred. Love that one. We got the Thalassian Wilder Cloak, Bloodlust Brooch, Warp Spring, 2 Base Rings, Belt of Deep Shadow, Blinky, and Latros. Let's get some Mudfish. We don't need the hit in here. Get some poisons up, and we're good to go. I'm so pumped for Black Temple. I am so pumped. I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I didn't play Rogue last time around. I played Mage and Paladin. It is 13:54 over here in China. So I don't know what time it is wherever you are. But wherever you are, I hope you're having a good time. We're pinging at 315 MS, not bad. Considering first chest of the day, let's go. No dice. All right, no chest there. And no chest there. All right, good. Good, good, good. Had basic form training today here at the Kung Fu Academy. So just learning a very basic Shaolin form. We start off with a morning run. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's just like a 1 kilometer run to warm up. Then we stretch for about 15 minutes. And then we do some basic form work. I mean, I say basic forms. They are technically basic, but they're still quite complex. And you're just sweating because you've been running, stretching. It's 30 degrees. There's no AC. So just pump and sweat. Okay, so we don't have our blade flurry, any of our cooldowns, but we have our vanish. So we're going to sap. And which one of these? Just want to make sure we kill the right one so we can mine this. I think it's that one. Yeah, we might as well kill him as well. And we mine. Really nice to see Addy back up to 2 gold 50 on my server. It had dropped to, I don't know, I think it was around 1 gold 50 toward the end of phase 1. Everything had dropped and now it's all bounced back. Gems are still, living rubies are 125. Noble topaz are about 75 gold on my server here, Thunderstrike EU. So those 2 gems are really in a good place. But the rest of them are not great. But the scrolls keep going up, mana pots, and the enchanting mats. It's all good. Just want to wait for these guys to be past this line, and then you can mine. Okay. Run 1 done. Honestly, though, I'm just super stoked that I can actually stream from here. Didn't think it was going to be possible from China, but did some streams last night. Quality was fine, no disconnects. So I'm absolutely over the moon about that. Like, seriously, to be able to train and stream is just, that's paradise, man. All right, we got our chest here. Mohammed, how you got a sword, bro? Which one? This one? Blinky. I bought Blink Strike for 6.2k gold in the first week because I knew it was the best weapon in phase 1. I mean, arguably Dragon Maw, the mace, is slightly better, but if you look in phase 1, if you looked at Karazhan raid and you looked at the top DPS rogues in the world, you would see 2 Blink Strikes, 2 Dragon Strikes, or Dragon Maw, whatever the phase 1 mace was. You would see the PvP season 1 weapon. You would see Spite Blade or Hope Ender. So they're all on par for DPS. And Blink Strike's the only one you can get. Like Hope Ender you get from Doomlord Kazakh, World Boss. Spite Blades from Karazhan. Season 1 weapon, you need to do arena for it. Dragon Strike or Maw, you need to be Blacksmith. And Blink Strike, you need to have gold. So week 1, blitzed to 70, farmed a load of Primal Fire, and bought Blink Strike straight away. It's dated now, brother. I mean, Talon of Ashara is Biss, and I had it, and I lost it. I had it in my bag, traded it to the enchanter in my guild by mistake, and then he enchanted it by mistake without giving it back to me first. So he bricked it. Sag, big time. You play Rogue, Mohammed? Nice. They'll disenchant in the LPS, which is good. Phase 3 hype. Last night reached 70. Oh, grats. Big grats. Nice one. You've got 2 options as a rogue. You can farm Mana Tombs like this, or you can farm Steam Vault. Mana Tombs, you need a little bit of gear. You need to have a decent main hand weapon. But if you want to get some quick gear at 70, buy this set, the Opportunist set. You can buy it if you're honored. For example, the tunic here is honored with the lower city. Shoulders, keepers of time, legs, Shatar, Thralmar, Cenarian Expedition. So whoever you're honored with, and you should be honored with, you know, at least one or two of them from doing dungeon runs or quests. Whoever you're honored with, just buy these bits. They're pretty cheap. It's a decent set, and the 2-piece bonus gives you 35 resilience, which is really really good for mitigating incoming damage. So that's great. And then get yourself, as soon as you can, get yourself a decent main hand weapon. If you're struggling with these packs, I would suggest maybe going to Steam Vault instead. You can check my channel. There's a full Steam Vault guide. There's an engineering version and there's a non-engineering version. So you can do that farm without engineering or with engineering. It's easier with NG, but you can straight away start making money. I need some knowledge in this class. Can I see your equipment at Manitoums? Sure. I will, this stream will be on my channel so you can have a look back through it. I'll go through the talents and the gear real quick for you. So this is my gear. It's pretty good. I mean, I've got full tier 5 death mantle. That's the Biss neck from Midsummer event. That's a Biss cloak. You can also use the cloak of Dark Reavers from Karazhan. These are like technically Biss for raiding, you know, so if you don't have them, it's not the end of the world. You can also use Blood Knight War Cloak, which you can buy with 25 Badge of Justice, so it's pretty good. Blink Strike, Latros, the Arcanite Steam Pistol, it's Biss. Bloodlust Brooch, you get that from badges. So if you want to gear up quickly, go and do a load of heroics, buy this and buy this. This cloak. It's going to be 66 badges altogether. Really good items. Warp Spring Coil, insane trinket. Biss Ring from SSC, Biss Ring from Tempest Keep, Edgewalker Long Boots from Karazhan or Biss, and the Belt of Deep Shadow, which you can buy in the auction house. Yo, we got something I can't see on my screen. Follower goal of 280 legends. Thank you so much, legends, mate. That feels so good. I'll show you. Whoa, what was that, mate? I keep missing these things. Sindoru just followed. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Here's my combat 555 repost is absolutely amazing. If you watch the streams, you'll see how good it is. It's incredible. 5 Blade Flurry. I just put 1 point in there because you need a point somewhere. 2 and 1. And in subtlety, we're doing 5 5 2 1 2 3 3 1 2 1 and 5. 10% increased attack power is absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. Your eviscerates are going to hit like trucks. You're welcome, brother. Any questions you have, I'll answer them. Anything at all about Rogue you want to know? I don't know. I suck at PvP. I don't know Arena PvP. I don't really know PvP at all, to be honest. I mean, I know the abilities, but my timing and what you really need to know about PvP is you need to know all the other classes. You need to know their cooldowns. You need to know what you need to save your cooldowns for, and it's all reactive and counter abilities. So you need to have a deep knowledge of the other classes and what it's like to fight against them. And I just don't have that. I'm a PvE player, always have been. But anything to do with PvE, gold farming, rogue leveling, and other shenanigans, you can ask me, and I'll tell you if I know. It's awesome gear. It is. What do you think a fresh ding rogue is the best place to farm? Okay, if you don't have a good main hand weapon and you don't have decent gear, I would skip mana tombs. I would go to Steam Vault. You can do Steam Vaults. It's going to take you a little bit of time to learn the farm. It's a little bit tricky, but that's fine. You can sneak into Steam Vault. You can mine 4 nodes, 2 fell iron and 2 adamantite. Sometimes you'll get a corium. You can get, there's 2 chests in the dungeon. And if you, chest number 1 and number 2 are kind of tricky. Chest 3, 4, and 5 are middling, but chest 6, 7, and 8 are really easy. And when I say 8, I mean there's 8 possible spawns in the dungeon, and you'll get 2 of them in any one given SV. If you go to my channel on YouTube and you go to my videos and you look up the SV farming guide, it'll show you how to do it with engineering, and it'll show you how to do it without engineering. At launch, SV was giving me about 450 to 500 gold per hour. It's dropped a little bit now. It's around 300 to 350, but it's still insane money. It's just crazy money. So it's really, really good. So the trick to the leeches is you want to tab target and get them all kind of low down, like near death. You don't want to kill them because they're going to arcane explosion, right? And then when you get them low, you hit blade flurry and cloak, and then you just kill them all at once. And they explode, but you've got cloak, so you don't take any damage. That's the trick with the worms. Appreciate it. You're very welcome, brother. Sinduro, hi. Are you chilling in MD? Did you do PvE gear for phase 3? I am chilling in MT at the moment. I did like about 1,000 SV runs at launch. I developed the farm and pushed it beyond what it was originally in TBC and the re-release. So I spent a lot of time developing that and testing it out and dying a lot. And once I got it down, I did hundreds and hundreds of runs. So is it around 1,000 runs all in? And I got a little bit bored with it, as you obviously would. If you do that many runs of anything. So I was in Bangkok, living in Bangkok then. And then that was at the end of March. And then that was at the end of April, I want to say. End of April, I went to Hanoi to visit friends, and I stayed there for a month. And then I was back in Europe for June and most of July. I was visiting a friend and surprising him for his birthday. So in all that traveling, I didn't really have time to stream or make any new content. And I could only get small pockets of time here and there to farm. So I started doing MT because with my gear, it's super easy. And a little tip here for you guys. There's always a leader. Every patrol, every pack, every patrol this guy's the leader, always the leader in this patrol, right? So if I sap this guy, watch this, right? I sap him. Because the leader is still active, he'll continue to move. And this guy stays sapped. But if I sap the leader, watch, the rest of the pack will stop. This is how you can control patrols in dungeons. So you need to find the leader. When we're mining this, I could just distract them and then mine it because it's not a rich vein. It's only going to be 4 taps max. I'm going to have the time. But if it's a rich one, you want to sap, you want to find the leader. So he's the leader because this guy stopped, right? But if I sap him, he'll keep going. So you want to find the leader in the pack and sap him. And that's going to give you all the time in the world to mine your rich veins, and you don't have to worry about them pulling or anything like that. So just a little tip. So yeah, I started farming MT because it's just cruisy. You come in, it's half an hour, you do 5 runs, and you get really good gold. It's just a little bit less than SV, but SV takes you like 45 minutes once you get it down smooth, perfect. About 45 minutes for 5 runs. Whereas when you get this place down, you do it in like half an hour. So that's a big difference in time, you know. But they're 2 very different farms. So SV is a, kiting, shenanigans, rocket boots, jumping, and running back to the chest. It's like a kind of, how would you say, like a gymnastic farm. You're not actually killing or doing any combat whatsoever. So you can do it naked. I actually have a couple of videos up where I did it naked. So you don't need any gear. You just need to know how to do the pulls. And so it's very satisfying in that sense. But MT is a straight combat farm. You know, you're killing these packs. So it's about your timing, knowing what abilities you need to kick or cloak or whatever. And so people always ask me which one is better. It's like they're both amazing. I love both of these farms so much. They both give you incredible gold. They're both amazingly fun in their own way. So yeah. Did you do PvE gear for 3-phase? Did you do PvE gear for 3-phase? I'm not sure what that means. This is my PvE gear from phase 2. It's almost full bits. I need Talon and I need DST and the arena weapon and Belt of 100 Deaths. But Belt of 100 Deaths is only 10 DPS more than this one. The PvP weapon is only 10 DPS more than this one. So it's not a huge difference. But DST is about 50 to 60 DPS more than this. And Talon of Ashar, main hand, is about the same, 50 to 60 DPS more than Blink Strike. So I'm missing 2 pretty big bits. Everybody's, like, everyone and their grandmother's missing DST, right? But the Talon is the main one I need to get now, the sword. But yeah, in phase 3, I'm going to be full on raiding with the guild every week, collecting all that gear for sure, 100%. And I can't wait. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped for Black Temple. Unbelievably. To be going in as a rogue. It's going to be so good. Hyped. Hyped. What have we done? 3. We've got 2 left. We got 20 past 2. I've got half an hour left before I need to go back to training, so plenty of time. There can be a chest there. There can be a chest there. There's 2 chests in MT and five locations for the first chest. The 2 locations I just pinged there. It can be there, which it is now. It can also be over here, or it can be there beside the worms. And you will only ever get 1 chest spawn in one of those 5 locations. Once you go through this door, that's the second area, and then there's four possible locations for chests there. Just tab target and blind or kick or gouge or kidney shot with a combo point. If you have one. Whenever the priests cast heal. That was a pretty nice burst. We got 1.7k burst in that one. We got perceived weakness up for half the fight. And we had lightning speed. Only 2 though. That's not great. There can be a chest here or here. I am going to kill this guy one of these days. I am going to get him down. Before I went on holiday, I was attempting him. Now that I have better gear. Even if we do manage to kill him, it won't be something you can do consistently, and it wouldn't be something that you would add to the farm. So we got our chest here. I'm going to sap the leader. That's not him. That's him. I think maybe the end of phase 3 or sometime in phase 4, we should be able to kill Tavarok somewhat consistently, I hope. Because you can mine him and get even more enchanting materials. Come on, let's get a ruby. A ruby or a noble topaz. Just one. Not even a super healer, a major. That's the difference between MT and SV. SV is obviously like a level 80 dungeon, so you always get super mana potions, you always get super healing potions, and your level 70 greens and blues. Any blues you get will always disenchant into a large prismatic shard, whereas in mana tombs, because it's lower level, sometimes you'll get a this one does LPS, but a lot of the blues in here turn into small prismatic shards, so the disenchant value is a little bit less. So I'm going to distract this guy. We only need to kill this guy. If you're out of cooldowns and you don't want to deal with these packs or you have low gear, you just want to kill this guy. So we blind him, and then we're just going to burst this guy down. And then vanish. Make sure if you have a DOT on you, like here, you cloak first. And then vanish and try to create a little bit of distance, because it can, like spell batch, you know, you can vanish and it could be a little bit of lag or delay or whatever, and the hit can still go through and knock you out. So you always want to try to jump away or run away and create some distance before you vanish. And once that guy's taken care of, you can mine away, no problem. I saw your guide for 2 phase. It's good. I really don't have luck on drops. I've seen a lot of talents, but I lose rolls. Hope you'll do a video about PvE items for Black Temple. I will, and I am going to do that. I'm going to do a phase 2 to phase 3 gearing guide with Sims and show you how to upgrade your items in a way that won't lose you DPS by losing set bonuses. So I will do that 100%. That's coming soon. I really wish you luck with the glaives. Thank you so much. The glaives, the first set of glaives are hard reserved for my guildmaster, and he most definitely, well, technically he's not the guildmaster. Actually, Nara, his girlfriend, is, but he was. He's got an insane knowledge of the game, and he's the raid lead. So he has the first set of glaives hard resed, and I did ask him in phase 1 what the system was for glaives, and he said it was too early and he hadn't figured it out yet. So we'll see. I might have a shot at getting them. We'll see. But thank you. I wish myself luck for them too. I'm super pumped about glaives, but we'll see what happens. I got one more run. Do you have a Mana Tombs guide? I'm working on it. I have all of the footage recorded for it. I just need to do the voiceover and then sequence the footage. So I have it's in the works. But I've just been super mega busy. Like moved to China and studying Kung Fu here at a Kung Fu Academy. So I'm training like 4 hours a day, and I'm streaming and content creating in between. So I just landed on last Wednesday, so it's been my first week. So just loads of busy stuff. I just set up again, but I promise you that the content is coming, and I'm going to sort you guys out with guides and gearing guides and everything. I don't think I reset the dungeon. No, let's get out and reset. Nice. That run was basically a guide for me anyway. There you go. All right. This is the last run, and then I got to go back to training, but I'll be back streaming later. But for this run, I'll actually break it down for you and just give you some extra pointers for each pack, things to look out for. So we're looking left so that it is there. So as soon as we come in, what I like to do is distract this pack here. Sap this guy. And then open up on him. We're going to Blade Flurry. We're going to Evasion. We're going to Slice and Dice into Riposte whenever it's up. We can cloak his slow. And then we're just going to move them back a little bit because we want to keep an eye on this pack here, right? We still have some Blade Flurry, so we're going to pull him into this one to get maximum benefit out of the Flurry. And then we're just going to backpedal. And this is safe enough over here. They're going to go down here and go out that way. These guys can put a nasty debuff on you that you can't remove with Cloak. So just be aware of that. You can blind them, you can kidney shot them if you're low on health, and he mortal strike me as well. So if you're low on health, you blind one, you know, if you're down to one guy, blind them and then just bandage. You can also, you know, 5-point kidney shot, and then if you're undead, you can eat their corpses as well, which is nice. So you can go from a blind into a bandage. This is if you're really low on health, which you will be when you're learning this farm and your gear isn't great. It's just about knowing what you need to look out for, the dangerous debuffs that the mobs can put on you. But those early packs aren't too bad. So we got our chest and we're moving in here. Did you see the worm strat that were you watching like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago when I did that worm chest? Tab target across the worms, get them all down to like 10%. And then at the very end, you cloak and then Blade Flurry and you hit them all and they all die within like 5 seconds and you don't die or take much damage because your cloak's up. There can be a chest here, which there isn't. If there is, you always sap the Dark Casters because they can do a Shadow Word Pain, and that's going to be a big problem for you. You kill those two and then you go onto the Dark Caster and you save your cloak for them. Luckily, the chest isn't here because there's 2 Dark Casters up, which is a real pain. Okay, chest left. We're going to find the leader of this pack and sap him. It's not him. It's him. And they'll just stay there as long as he's sapped. We're going to open up on the caster. Blade Flurry into Slice and Dice. Into Ghostly Strike. We're going to wait for them to hit us with the debuff. There it is. And now we cloak. And just shred them. You get so many healing pots from the chests here. Even the major ones are fine. So if you do get low, just pop a healing pot. If you want to, like if your gear isn't very good, one tip, one of my like pet favorite things about TBC this time around is Winterfall Firewater. It was the best consumable. It gives you, I think it's 35 attack power in Classic. And it was cost like, you know, a lot because it's kind of like the haste potion of Classic, right? But now it's worth nothing. You can buy them in the auction house for like 40 or 50 silver. So if you're farming this and you are struggling, buy yourself some Winterfall Firewater. They're so cheap and it's an extra 35 attack power. It's really, really good. So I'm going to sap this guy, kill this guy. I mean, I wouldn't normally use my Adrenaline Rush here, but this is our last run, so whatever. We're going to cloak, to Immolate. He did summon in an extra dude, but that's fine. See if we can mine it before he comes out of sap. We'll just vanish as soon as he does anyway. You know, if you're low on gear and you're struggling, just kill the guy that's closest and then vanish immediately. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm actually going to die here, I think. Yeah, but that's all right. We're at the end of our run anyway. There's just one more mine up there, but we're not going to get that. I'm not running all the way back in for one mine. So we're going to res, then we're going to go back to Shatra. Oh, our Heartstone's on cooldown. Interesting. Well, it's right there. It's another great thing about MT. It's so close to Shat. Like SV isn't that far either, and I show you in the SV guide how to get from, you know, you go into the middle of Shatra, you go up the light spire, you face toward a certain tree, and you press auto run forward, and you just fly there, and you have 2 minutes. You can go grab a smoke, get a coffee or whatever, and in 2 minutes you'll be like land exactly on the spire for SV, which is a handy way to get to SV. But I mean, MT is right here, which is really, really nice. So we're going to send these over to our alt, and we're going to disenchant everything and put it on the Ocean House. So that run was $233 gold. So not bad. It has dropped a little bit, but we didn't get any gems, right? If we had got a nice gem, we'd be up over 300. SV is usually going to give you like around 300. But then again, I haven't done it in a couple of months, so I need to go back in and do some. Might do some of that later, actually. Sell off our junk, food, whatnot. Agility, intellect scrolls we can sell. Everything else, intellect scrolls we throw away. Everything else we can sell. I keep the healing pots and just use them in the runs if I need them, and they're good for raids as well, because sometimes you need to pop a healing pot. And the healers really appreciate it as well if you heal yourself. You know, if you pull yourself back from the brink, take the pressure off those guys. All right, so this is our swag from yesterday. Let's have a look. We're at 1 gold, and we'll see what we make now once we've pulled in all our money. Everything sells super quick because it's enchanting materials, right? Enchanting materials always sell really well, and the scrolls or whatever. All right, not too bad. 203 gold. Let's turn the moats into a primal. Arcane dust. I don't mess around with vendor price versus disenchant value. Oh, 2 greater planar essences. That's really nice. I just disenchant everything and sell it. I'm not arsed wasting the time looking at each one and running to a vendor, and like I'll just disenchant everything and sell it all. And on average, you're going to make more money that way. Not a great run of RNG with this one. We've got a lot of dust, but you can get large prismatic shards out of these greens as well. All right, let's go. Okay, we got a couple of messages. One sec. Started playing Rogue in this relaunch. Thanks for your hard work. I really improved over the months since the TBC launch by watching your videos and streams. Nice. I tried out everything you showed. Thanks for that. I'm also getting a bit tired of SV, and right now I'm getting a bit more of an adrenaline rush. Yeah. It's a combat farm. It's so much fun. You know, you get to slash, smack, smack. And it's really good practice for your timing for raid as well, you know, like knowing when to cloak. In raids, there's always a mechanic on every single raid. On multiple bosses, there are mechanics that you need to be able to cloak. So when those dark casters hit you with a Shadow Word Pain and you're watching out for it on your debuff bar and then you cloak it, that's all practice. That's practicing your timing as a rogue. That's really, really good. And then you're opening up on packs, you know, knowing when to blind this guy and when to just go ham. It's really good. It's really good combat practice in general for rogue. So like I love it. I love them both, to be honest, but I am enjoying it. Yeah, the adrenaline rush is good. And once you get yourself a bit of like better gear, I would say if you don't have a decent main hand, I would save up and buy a Blink Strike. I don't think they go, let me just see how much they're going for now on my server. I don't think they go less than 2K. Yeah, they're still quite a lot, but it's so worth it. If you know, that's like maybe 10 to 15 Mana Tombs runs. Sorry, 10 to 15 lockouts. You know, if you're getting 250 an hour, 10 lockouts, a little bit more than that, and you've got yourself a Blink Strike, it's definitely worth it. Even in phase 2, even in phase 3, if you don't have something better in your main hand, I would buy a Blink, and you're gonna melt through packs. Sorry for the long message, but I'm glad I caught your Twitch stream. I'm really impressed with your delivery and explanations. Playing a new class for the first time, I managed to get everything I wanted thanks to the gold from farming, and I was able to help my friends out too. It feels so good, doesn't it? Like people say rogues are shit in TBC. Like I'm consistently in the top DPS, even now in this phase, even with the Blink Strike as a rogue. The difference between the best and worst classes, just purely based on DPS in TBC, is way like closer than it is in Classic. In Classic, like the difference between like a Feral Druid or a Ret Pally and like a Warrior or a Rogue is absolutely massive. The DPS difference, or a Shadow Priest, it's absolutely massive. But in TBC, it's much closer. So even the quote unquote mid-range or bad classes still do very good DPS. And on top of that, rogues have access to these 2 gold farms. Like just being able to buy whatever you want. It's awesome. It's so much fun. I love it. Okay. I'm actually, all of my gold, I'm just putting it straight into to haste pots, by the way, because they just keep going up in value. And they're a flat 15. Nice. Yeah, I just put all my, like I buy my raid cons for the week, everything I need for raid. I only have one character, so it's not breaking my bank to do that. And once I have my raid cons covered, all of the money I get from farms goes straight into haze potions. Because they're 15 gold now, but like in phase 4, phase 5, toward the end of the game, they're going to go up to like 25 gold. So you're going to almost double your money. I'll show you now quickly before I run back to training. I'm really, really glad that you're making loads of money and learning more about this absolutely amazing class. Stealth farms and stealth in general is such a unique, amazingly fun ability. And it just allows us, like, rogues, I think, are the most unique and iconic class in the game. That's just my opinion. But like the things we can do, like nobody else can do them. And the way we have access, like the stealth farms that we can do are just so much fun. There's nothing like it in the game. So we currently have 728 haste potions and they're 15 gold each. So 728 times 10, 7,280. And then half of that again, 350. So we're sitting at about 11,000 gold in haste potions. And if they go up to 25 gold, then we're going to be sitting on, you know, the best part of 20K, like something like 17 or 18K. If they go up to 25, just with that. But by the time we get to the phase where they are 25 gold, we're going to have like a lot more than this. So that's it. I'm going to bail off the stream now because I'm going to go back to training. I'm going to be training from 3 to 5, and then dinner's at 6, from 6 to 6:30, and I'll be back on probably sometime around 7 my time, which is going to be in 4 hours roughly, and then I'll stream for like a couple of hours. I might do some SV as well. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. Really appreciate the support and your interest in the class in general. It's an amazing class. And we'll catch you in the next